I was at the Venetian having dinner with some guests from out of town. My phone started going off, and I thought usually when it does go off like that, it's usually some critical incident like an officer-involved shooting. But when I went to address my phone, Bill Young, former sheriff, was calling me, and I answered his call, and it was close proximity to the other calls. And he had been contacted by his daughter, who was attending the event, and was seeing if I had any information that would help him locate his daughter. And I obviously couldn't convey the information to him because I didn't know it, so I immediately started making all the calls and responding to the scene in close proximity to that. Well, it's chaos. It's obviously chaos, and I'm listening to the radio traffic, and I'm ensuring that what we as a police agency are supposed to do, or we are doing it. I became aware at that point that some of my officers had been injured. Now, keep in mind, by the time I get there, there's not an active shooter. Now it's a point of rendering aid and getting resources to bear to help with the injured individual. So I engaged in a conversation with the undersheriff. He's making his way over to the scene also, and then I dispatched or redirected myself to the hospital. Chaos at the hospital. I would have been no help there, but where I could be helped is back at the headquarters with the command center that was being stood up in order to get all the resources we needed to get the injured and ensure there was no other shooter. The investigation, start the investigation.
Did you see evidence of the carnage? Did you?
Yeah, I saw individuals that had lost their life. I saw individuals being ushered out of the venue to get to safety. I saw our officers giving direction. I saw, private citizens giving direction and attempting to help people with medical issues. Oh, they do, and that's the important piece, George, and I'm glad you brought that up because it's not about me, it's about the community, and it's about the public safety individuals that were engaged in that incident. Now, what are the short-term and long-term effects of that? And it's important for us to have all the resources to bear for the public, to have the ability to reach out, and then it also has the ability for my officers to reach out, along with the firefighters, along with the medical personnel. Everybody's got to have those resources to ensure that you deal with any long-term effects. None. I can honestly say I probably got about 2 hours in a week. And that wasn't because I didn't have the ability I have people helping me or delegating. It wasn't because I was trying to bear the world on my shoulders. It's just, you're dealing with it. Things are running through your mind, and you want to ensure that you're getting everything done that you possibly could. Do you have to? Samuel Whitwer. Excuse me for my emotion. So at this point, I want to thank the community. I want to thank you for letting me be your sheriff, and Vegas strong.
This thing leaves a scar. It leaves a scar on the city and the community and your officers and on you.
Yeah, right at the end of that thing, it's Vegas strong. That's what's amazed me in this whole thing, George, is Vegas is stepped to the plate. It'd be very easy for people to say, this is a big mess and to start to place blame on 100 different people associated with it, but they haven't. They come together and they say it's important for us to come together as a community to show that resiliency. And I think it's important for you to broadcast that. I think it's outstanding how we came together as a community. No, I think it's fantastic. It shows you the American public, we can't let terrorism win. You know, and granted, this guy hasn't been labeled a terrorist yet. I don't care what you say. I could use that label for this individual. He's dead and gone. But we can't let them win, no matter what the label is. And I think it's important for people to move on with their lives and continue to do what they want to do for us to succeed. Once we start giving in, and that's where they feel they're accomplishing what they want to accomplish.